Hello everyone, I hope you guys are doing well. My name's Eva and I want to thank you for joining me here. Just before we get started, I just wanted to mention that there's lots of ways to work together if you feel so called. You can check out all those links in the description. They're in all of the descriptions of the videos here on the channel. So just taking a nice deep breath, letting yourself rest into this moment, resting into the now, resting into your body, resting your mind, allowing yourself to feel an opening, to feel a relief, a sense of ease. In today's session, I think we're just going to focus on the ideas of letting go of exhaustion and letting go of fatigue. Wherever you may be feeling that, in the emotions, in the mind, in the intellect, in the body, wherever this feels most relevant for you, we know they are all connected. But really just bringing a sense of relief to this now moment. And I feel called to mention that it's not really about how much time we spend together in these videos. You don't need to meditate for hours and hours a day. You don't need to do healing sessions every single day. It's just about the choice that we make in our mind. And it's a choice of identity. Which identity we're aligning with. The identity of our eternal spirit, of ourselves one in creation, of source. Reality. Or the mind of separation, the mind of the ego, the mind of fear. And this is really our most important offering in terms of teaching, because you can do that all on your own. You are well equipped to be making that choice and to remember that you have a choice in all moments, and that will bring the most relief, will be the choice you make to align with love, to align with peace, to align with power, real power, to align with creation, to align with unity, and you can see yourself that way. And when you open to that way, it becomes very real to you because you've allowed spirit to move through you. You've aligned your will with that of creation, with that of unity. Likewise, it becomes very real to you when you choose in fear, because the pain of that choice, the anxiety of that choice, the sadness of those choices, that feels real to us as well, right? So in this process, we can remember how powerful our minds are, and remember that we're really here giving all the meaning that everything has for us. So we choose the meaning, we are the meaning makers. We are here to help us all remember, myself in my body included, that we are the dreamer of this dream. And that in the process of awakening, that we dream a more aligned dream of love that really brings us to the edge of awakening. And then in that awakened, enlightened state, that's a formlessness, right? So we're here to bring ourselves in preparation for that. But we are here to live in our bodies. Our bodies become the means of communication of unity, and our gift is union. And the body is the means by which that is communicated here. So we don't want to negate the experience of being here in form. It's about remembering where we're choosing from, remembering how much power we have over this experience, and how manifestation is really remembering our oneness with all that we would want. So just letting yourself be at ease with that idea, getting more comfortable with that idea. That's the opposite belief of the world, of the dream, of the ego. But we are just we're dipping a toe, and then maybe we're stepping in, and then we're maybe stepping more in, and then maybe we're up to our waist. And then maybe we're feeling free to swim in that, right? Don't judge yourself for how long that takes. That's not the point. That's what time is for now. And remember that when you choose in alignment with your inner being, with source, with God, with creator, however you feel that is for you, however that makes sense to you, that you don't do that alone, right? All becomes so much easier. You are meant to be in ease. Just let it ease your mind. Try to focus less on what it's getting you, yes? The goal is peace. That you would feel yourself with the flow of creation. Feel yourself one in this current. This current is flowing through you. This current is what you are. You are not at the mercy of a force outside yourself. You are not a victim of this world. Fear seems like a prison, but it doesn't exist. You might balk against that. You might say, this girl's crazy. Do you want to suffer? How do you stop suffering? It might not be this way for you. I'm not trying to convince you that it is, but if you want to stop suffering, you're going to have to change the way you think. And you're going to have to change the identity that you choose from in your own mind. But it's not creating a new one. It's aligning with your real identity, which is always there for you. It's not separate from you, and it's always available to you, right? So we get really up in arms about what we think we have to do, all we have to achieve, all we have to accomplish, what we don't know yet, all that we have to skill build and acquire. It's not like that. It's a resting and an opening and a remembrance, because it is your true nature. Peace is your true nature. Power, creative power, is your true nature. That is the gift given you as part of your creation. Hima union dosetina wo ainimo ratos. Let that open all your methods of communication with all things seen and unseen. Hinin maoromik, kaya takinando sonsoko ashat, kaya sonsoko ishti trihin, sinzigini shinsoko ista trikani ansatragiti ko aomyandaraita, hiora kinzo o yishiki o kinimi sotso o kiyashika. Sanzanisha naini toyono tuin, Kimianiti etoko ashini, danani mo aranditiri kiatakarakuat. Kimosotsoki ashana traini, anzoto asaishini tuyomo aoshi kiasitsi ositso injoni inyon droiti kyoso chokoraya kiatawori piasatayat. Letting go of self-judgment. Letting go of feeling the need to communicate in words perfectly. Allowing resonance to speak for you. Opening again to new ways of communicating. Again, they're not things you have to learn. You open to them, they are already there. You accept them, or you don't. The choice is yours. But they don't come to you by forcing. They don't come to you by self-judgment. They don't come to you by viewing a lack in yourself. And I think because the way of spirit is so different from the way of the ego, we try to use the ego to manifest spirit. We try to use the ego to understand spirit. We try to use it to make manifest in the world things. And we try to use the ego to adopt peace. But this is an offering and a way of trying to let loose that inclination a little bit. That is changing your mind, because we see with the mind of the ego, we choose from the ego when we choose in fear, when we choose in separation. There is another available choice, but that way is very foreign to the world of the conditioning of the body. So again, ease, ease. Remember, you always have the choice to choose again. Don't beat yourself up for choosing in fear. It's very easy to get overwhelmed by how much you think you still have to do when you're still using your ego to judge yourself for all the things you think you still have to do, right? It's a different way of looking at the world, and it's a much different way of looking at yourself. It is an abundance mindset, but that word carries a lot of limitations by the way of what we think that means. And so it is a wholeness mindset, right? It's union. It is a unity mindset. Everything you need is within you. All the answers, all the provision. It's a part of you. It's a seeing in wholeness. So let yourself practice seeing in wholeness to bring you peace. And I really do believe that the effects of this practice come to us most quickly in our physical lives when our goal is simply peace. Everything else that manifests from that, everything that we think we're supposed to be doing, everything that we think is our calling or our vocation or who we're supposed to be with or where we're supposed to be or what we're supposed to offer or create, all of that comes very naturally when the goal is peace, because you're aligned in a creative, receptive mode that inspires action rather than is action from grasping, from lack. I have to do all these actions to fulfill X, Y, or Z, or to get the result I want. It is a different way. It's a different way. It's a much more easeful way. But while we adopt that way, there is some unease because it feels counter to the way we've all been raised and the way that we are taught what the world is, right? So give yourself that grace. I feel like there's a lot of exhaustion from like spiritual effort, and spirit is asking you to put some of that down, put all of it down. But if you feel like you can only put a little bit of it down right now, that's okay. It's okay. It's okay that it's a process. It's okay that it's a practice, yes? We don't limit the power of spirit, but we don't want to put too much pressure on ourselves to have to feel like we need to see in a completely different way overnight, right? You just get to a place that feels a little better, that feels a little better, that feels a little better. We accommodate more of spirit. We allow more spirit. We give more of our attention to spirit. We look more away from things that make us nervous, things that make us scared, ideas and beliefs about ourselves that are in limitation, that are in lack, that are in danger. We are moving our attention away. Spirit says, look this way, look over here to all that you are. I will show you. You are not left alone. You are given endless guidance in that way. I hope that this is helpful to you. Be at peace. Be at peace. Be at peace. Amen. Thank you so much for joining me. God bless you. I hope you have a really beautiful day. I think that's it. Thank you so much. See you next time.